Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com. Hybrid decision tree and naive-Bayes classifier for multi-class classification task. Now see about the abstract of our project. The independent hybrid mining algorithm to increase the classification accuracy rate of decision tree and naive-Bayes classifier for the classification of multi-class hitches. In our project, we have to identify the acquired decision tree and also implement the naive-Bayes classifier to remove the noise and reductions. It is useful for proficiency and commonly useful for solving the classification issues in data mining. In the second proposed hybrid NP classifier, we employ a DT instruction to select the reasonably more important subset of attributes. However, we have clustering the task by based on parent and child node. In our project, we have identified the parent and child node based on extractions of unique values. First, we have implement the Choya dataset or weather dataset, and then we have identified the parent and child node. And after that, we have classified based on that parent node. After classification is successfully, we have performed that decision trees. After that, we have identified the acquired decision trees based on entropy and information gain calculations. And then information gain is reached, we have identified the acquired decision trees without removing the noise and also find out accuracy and sensitivity, etc. We have reducing the noise in training data set is our issues. A proposed algorithm also addresses some problems of data mining, such as handling continuous attributes and dealing with the missing characteristics values and reducing the noise in training data. After that, we have implemented the naive-Bayes classifier. In naive-Bayes classifier, we have implemented the parent and child node for probability calculations. We have select any one of the rules from the decision concept and then implement to identify the probability value for this identified rules. What about the decisions? Next, we see about the flow diagrams of our project. First, we have load the data set. The data set we have choose any one of this Soya or weather data set. After we have select the Soya or weather data set, we have to classify as update into database, and then we have identified the parent node extractions. That means we have extract what are the parents and what are the child in our data set, and then after identified, we have classified the data set based on parent node extractions. After extract the parent node, we have identified the decision tree classifier. In decision tree classifiers, we have implemented the algorithm concept is finding the entropy and information gain in DT classifier. After removing the noise from this concept, we have constructed the decision tree for the data set, and then we have implement naive-Bayes classifier. In naive-Bayes classifier, we have separate wise based on rules based on data set. We have select any one of the rule from the data set, and we have identified the probability value for all parent and child node and also as well as selected rules. And we have identified about the decision in probability values. What about the probability based on rule to taking the decisions? And then finally we have find the accuracy and sensitivity and provide the report. Then performance evaluation status give the report for provide the graph based on existing, proposed and accuracy results. Now we have run our project. Click the home page to run the project. Start with this image and click the data mining image to go to the next page, and click the browse button to select the data set from any one of data set. This is the data set for Choyas, and after that we have load the data set to the database, and we have show the data set from the database and click the decision tree button and click count. We have find the parent node from our data set and it is here our parent node is red, butter and white and click the specified. We have classified the classification based on parent node and click storage. We have insert into the database based on parent node is a classifications and click the DT identifier. We have checked the rules occurs in our data set or not. If the rule occurs, it give the path forever. So we have refresh to and select the other to identify that. And next click acquire DT. We have measured the entropy for all parent and child node, the cancer and diabetes. That means we have find the support count, the red soya that used for cancer and the diabetes, and the overall sum, and that we have find out probability and log 2s and find the entropy, as well as we have identify for all the child nodes. All the child nodes have to be also calculated. We have find the log 2 value, the simulations, and finally we have find the information gain for our project. Information gain and click diabetes and cancer. Now we have removed the noise based on entropy and calculation and click the decision tree. The decision tree will be generated without removing the noise node and node of parent and child. And click the graph buttons. Now it is a graph for our process. This is weather and soya beans. And click the naive Bayes classifier. We have select any one of the rule to view the rule and then save your rules and click next. We have find out the counting of our this rules parent node and that occurrence, find the probability for that value, and the rule occurrence is whatever the rule we have selected in previous that have extract from that values, like diabetes and cancer is seen from this 0 point from white soya, and then select and then next we have identified for this for all the child. This will be continued at a child node. And then finally we have identified the diabetes and cancer result and then classify. In this concept, first we have calculate that value accuracy and accuracy, sensitivity, previsions and specificities. This based on NP, false positive, not false positive, false positive, true negative and true positive. And click report. We have generated the report. The weather report is a soya report, and the soya graph comparison is a weather graph comparisons. Thank you.